Okay, this is Raven, and today I am going to show you how to make one of these little guys, a little slice of pepperoni pizza. We're going to use slightly different colors for this one because I needed to get rid of some bright yellow beads. But anyway, for this, here, I'm going to put this over here. For this, you are going to need 23 yellow beads, okay? 6 red or orange beads, and 11 black or brown beads. And you're also going to need your string. I took maybe, I don't know, 6 feet, something like that. You won't need that much probably, but I like to use more than I need. So this is just fishing line. You can use stuff that has elastic, but it will start to sag after a while, so just be wary of that. Be aware of that. There we go. But anyway, we are going to start, and what we're going to do is we're going to make that top row first. So we're going to do 2 black beads. If you're using brown, you can do that too. So 2 black beads on your strings, then put your strings together and do 1 black bead. Okay, then we're going to take our strings apart and put 1 black bead on each string, and then put our strings together and put on 1 black bead. Then take our strings apart, see how we're going in a pattern, and put 1 black bead on each string, and put our strings together, 1 black bead, and see how we're kind of pulling this down to make a little pattern there. And then for our last row, we just take our strings apart and put 1 black bead on each string. Now we're going to tie it just with a couple knots. You don't have to do anything fancy. We just want to keep it together so that it doesn't like all move around while we're trying to put on the rest of our beads. Now you take one of your strings, doesn't matter which one, and you put it through the top bead there, like this. And then you're going to put on a yellow bead, and you're going to go across with your yellow beads. So 1 yellow bead, and put the string through the next sticky outy bead, and just go across like that. Go through the next sticky outy bead, put on a yellow bead, go through the last sticky outy bead. Okay, so now we've got our 3 beads on like that. Then we put on a bead, okay, and we go through the bead that we just put on. You can pull it a little tighter if you need to. And we're going to go and put on another yellow bead. And go through the next sticky outy bead. Oops. And then we're going to put on another yellow bead and go through the next sticky outy bead. And now you'll notice that you have nowhere to put the last bead. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 1 yellow bead, put it on one of your strings, and then take the string that you haven't been using and put it through the bead going the other way. Okay, so that it makes kind of an X. And then just pull it tight. And now we're going to add on our orange or red beads. So you do your orange bead and go through the next sticky outy bead. I know that's a little bit childish to call it that, but I don't really know what else to call it. So sticky outy it shall be. And then do your next bead, put on your next orange bead, go through the sticky outy bead. Oops, mine is starting to fall apart a little bit, but that's okay. You just want to pull it tight. And put on your third orange or red bead, or pink, just, you know, some warm red based color. Something that's going to be contrasting with the yellow. So you've got it like that. Now you put on your yellow bead and go through the bead that you just put on. Come back. Through the bead that you just put on. And you just go across like that. And when you get to that last bead, you are going to do what you did last time. We got to the end and couldn't put a bead on. And take your yellow bead, put it on one string, take your other string, put it through the other way so that it makes a little X, and go like that. Okay? Now we're going to take the string that's facing, you know, inward and put on yellow beads. Go across with yellow beads. Come back. Alright. Oops. Oh no. I went through the wrong bead. One more. Silly me. Alright. So now we are going to go back through the bead that we just put on. Like this. And you can just pull it tight. And we are going to put on 2 of our orange or red or pink beads, whichever color you're using. I'm using orange, obviously. Alright. Now we put on a yellow bead and go back through the bead that we just put on. See how we're kind of moving down a little bit? Oops. See how we're kind of moving down a little bit? So you take your next yellow bead, go through the next sticky outy bead, and once again we have a situation where we can't put on our last bead. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our other string, the one that we haven't been using, and we're going to go through the beads, doesn't matter which ones. All that matters is you're going to come out this yellow bead. Okay? So whatever beads you need to go through to get to that point. And I am just going to go through. Go through. Go through. And just see we're making our way over to this yellow bead. Now we just do what we did before, and we put our yellow bead on one string, and we take our other string, oops, don't know what that is, and put it through the other way so that we make a little X, and then we just pull it tight. And keep going with our yellow beads. Alright, now at this point we take our string and we go back through the bead that we just put on, like that, and just pull that tight. And we put on our last orange or pink or red bead. And then we just put on our yellow bead, put it back through the bead that we just put on, pull it tight, and once again we need to move this string over, so just put it through whatever beads you need to go out that yellow bead right here. Alright. Now we add a yellow bead the way that we have been doing when we get to an end there. Put it on one string, put the other string through the other way, and just pull it tight. Then we add one bead, like that. And what I am going to do for the last bead is I'm going to take one string, go through the last bead that we added, then I'm going to take our other string and go through the last bead that we added. Okay, oops. Through the last bead that we added. So that we've got that, and then I'm going to do what we did when we get to the end and can't put a bead on with just one string, so we put it on both strings again so that it makes a little X, and just, oops, put it on like that. And at this point you're going to tie it off, so just tie it with as many knots as you feel are necessary to keep it from falling apart. I'm going to do kind of a lot of knots because I never really trust fishing line not to come undone. I've never had it come undone on me, but then I haven't been using it for very long, so I'm not sure exactly how well the knots will hold up. But I know that this is a very popular string to use, so I'm assuming that it'll hold up pretty well. And once you've tied as many knots as you feel are necessary, then you just snip off the ends, and you've got your little pizza. You can attach these to singles if you want. I've attached them just by putting the string through this bead. You can put it through all of these beads if you want. You can make this into a keyring, again, by attaching a keyring to this bead. You can attach it to Kandi, like just stick the whole thing like on a cuff. If you want to, you can do all sorts of things with these little guys. But anyway, I hope this was informative. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.